Let's talk about multi-way conditional statements, something you can create with a chain of if-else statements or by using a switch case structure. Let's say you are searching a menu for something to eat, like this one, and have several choices. If you choose item 1, you get a slice of pizza. Item 4 is a hamburger, and if you just can't make up your mind, you'll have to settle for a bowl of soup. One way to write this sequence of choices is to use if-else statements in a chain series, as you can see here. A choice is made, and then the if statements are examined in order. An input value of 1 causes the first if statement to be true, which prints the word pizza, and then skips all of the rest of the if statements, passing control to the rest of the program. A choice of 3 makes the first if statement false, which then proceeds to the next one, also false, and finally the third one, which is now true, and the word burrito is printed. No other if statements are checked, and control goes to the next part of the program. When 5 is input, the first 4 if statements are all false, with a true result finally happening on the 5th one, outputting hot dog. Any choice other than 1 through 5 will make it all the way to the final else, since none of the if statements are true, resulting in soup as the menu choice. As you can see, this chain of if-else statements took up 18 lines of code and is fairly easy to see and understand. But there is a better way to do this, using a switch case structure like this one. Notice that it only takes up 10 lines of code and is much easier to see and understand. It works pretty much the same way. A choice is input, say 2, and the choice is compared one by one to each case. If it doesn't match, it goes to the next case. When it does match, it jumps over the fence and performs the action up until the break statement, where it stops and passes control to the rest of the program. For a choice of 4, the same process happens, with each case checked for a match, until the right one is found, and then you jump the fence and go until the break. For any case that is not listed, the default case always matches, as you can see when 6 is the input value. Control goes all the way to the end of the switch structure, checking each case, not finding a match, and then finally reaching the default case, which does match, and the output is made, and control is passed to the rest of the program. Here is an interesting twist to the switch structure. Stop the video and see if you can spot it by correctly predicting the output for the value 2. Now, let's see if you figured it out. It starts out the same way. No match on the first case, but a match on the second one, and then it outputs the result. But the action keeps going. There are no breaks. This may seem strange at first, but the idea is to provide the option to the programmer whether or not to put breaks, depending on what needs to happen. Now you know 2 ways to do multiple action conditional statements, using a chain of if-else statements or using a switch case structure.